Welcome back to Elite Rentals. I'm James Corwell. Today we're looking at where to charter a yacht at every budget from 10k to 500k plus. Subscribe for more yacht charter insights and you'll find the link in the description. Let's get straight into practical guidance you can use. Budget around 10-20k per week. At this level, you're usually looking at smaller crude catamarans or monohulls in destinations with easy routing. Good choices include the British Virgin Islands, the Exumas in the Bahamas, and the Saronic Gulf in Greece. Distances are short, anchorages are protected, and provisioning is straightforward. A detail worth noticing is the difference between all-inclusive and plus expenses packages. Many crude cats in the BVIs offer near all-inclusive plans, which can help you predict the total. In the Med, most charters are plus expenses, and VAT applies. If you're flexible on dates, shoulder seasons, May to early June and September to October, can improve availability and keep costs down. Budget around 20 to 50k per week. This opens the door to 20-24 meter motor yachts with professional crews in value-friendly cruising grounds. Consider the Cyclades or Dodecanese in Greece, the Turkish Riviera between Bodrum and Gocek, or the Dalmatian coast in Croatia. These regions balance beautiful scenery with sensible marina fees. Keep daily runs to 2-3 hours so you spend more time at anchor than underway. A small tip here, pre-book berths in popular marinas like Hvar, Bodrum or Mykonos if you want guaranteed shore access at peak times. Here's a real yacht example that sits just above that entry tier and shows what a step up looks like when your budget stretches a little. Yacht example, play the game. Sunseeker, 28-15 meters. Typical weekly rate is about $65,000 to $75,000 plus expenses in the Balearics. She sleeps up to 8 guests in 4 cabins, runs with an experienced crew, and is optimized for island hopping. Key features include a spacious flybridge with sun pads and a wet bar, stabilizers at anchor for comfort, and Sunseeker's fold-out balcony off the main saloon on select layouts, which adds a great indoor-outdoor feel. Toys often include a modern tender, sea bobs, paddle boards, and snorkeling gear, ideal for Mallorca and Ibiza's coves. Why it's a smart choice. If you want the energy of the Western Med with short hop cruising and strong restaurant access, this size class gives you flexibility without overwhelming running costs. Most berths for a 28 meter are still easy to secure with a bit of notice. From my experience, moving a yacht this size between islands in the late afternoon keeps the sea breeze down and the decks cooler for sunset. Budget around 50-100k per week. Think 26-34 meter motor yachts or larger sailing yachts in classic summer hotspots. The Balearic Islands, the Amalfi Coast and Capri, Sardinia and Corsica, and the French Riviera are the usual suspects. You'll find chic harbours, good service networks, and plenty of anchorages. For the Riviera, berths are competitive in July and August. Book early if you want nights in Saint-Tropez or Portofino. If you prefer fewer marina nights, Corsica's west coast offers dramatic scenery with protected bays that reduce shore power and dockage costs. Another tip, aim for mid-June or early September to enjoy warm water and lighter crowds at lower overall trip costs. Budget around 100 to 250k pounds per week. This is the sweet spot for many families and groups who want more space, better toy packages, and longer range comfort. Good fits include 35-50 meter yachts in the Bahamas, Exumas or Abacos in winter, the Amalfi Coast and Aeolian Islands in summer, or Croatia's Kornati and central Dalmatia. You'll see larger deck spaces, proper gyms on some yachts, deck jacuzzis, and more powerful tenders. Here, the itinerary planning matters. 3 or 4 well-placed anchorages are often better than trying to do an entire country in a week. It keeps fuel in check and gives the crew time to set up toys and beach lunches properly. Yacht example, Akira 1, Benetti, 49.9 meters. Typical weekly rate is around $195,000 to $220,000 plus expenses in the Mediterranean. She sleeps up to 12 guests with a full beam master and generous guest cabins. Key features include a large sun deck with a jacuzzi, multiple alfresco dining areas, stabilizers at anchor and underway, and a broad selection of toys, often including wave runners and sea bobs. Why it's a strong pick at this level, the 50-meter platform brings true separation of spaces, quiet, sunbathing areas, away from dining and toy operations, so families and mixed-age groups can enjoy the day at different paces. A detail worth noticing is how crew workflow is designed on yachts this size. Service routes are more discreet, so mealtimes feel calm even when the team is busy behind the scenes. If you're thinking about planning a charter, Elite Rentals can help. Budget around 250 to 500k per week. Here, you're in large yacht territory with standout features. The French Riviera and Monaco, Sardinia and the Maddalena Archipelago, Bonifacio and the Lavezzi Islands and the Aeolian chain are ideal. In the Caribbean season, consider St. Barth's and Anguilla if you want dining and nightlife, or the Grenadines for a quieter, pristine route. Expect advanced toilets like e-foils, inflatable slides like sea pools, and more onboard wellness like massage rooms or full gyms. Marina demand is high in July to August and during holiday weeks. If a particular berth is mission critical, we'll lock that in first and design the itinerary around it. Yacht example, St. David, Bonetti, 60 metres. Typical weekly rate is about $325,000 to $345,000 plus expenses in the Med and Caribbean. She accommodates up to 12 guests and is known for an elegant interior, large exterior decks and a mosaic-tiled spa pool on the sun deck. There's ample space for entertainment, with a full-beam sky lounge and several dining options. Toys are extensive and often include a water slide, wave runners, sea bobs, and a sizable inflatable platform. Why it deserves attention. At 60 metres, you get real event capability without the logistical footprint of the 70-90 metre class. Berths are more accessible. Tender access is straightforward in tight anchorages, and the crew can pivot the day quickly if weather shifts. From my experience, St. David's deck layout makes transitions, brunch to toys to sunset aperitifs, unusually smooth. Let's look at a different style in this band, a world-famous sailing yacht that delivers the wow factor at anchor and underway. Yacht example, Maltese Falcon, Perini Navi, 88 metres. Typical weekly rate ranges around $460,000 to $520,000 plus expenses, depending on season and region. She carries up to 12 guests and is recognised worldwide for her Dynarig system. 3 rotating masts supporting a large, efficient sail plan, which allows fast, controlled sailing with minimal heel compared to traditional rigs. Key features include expansive deck areas, a circular jacuzzi, a gym, and the famous sail cinema, where films can be projected onto the lower sail at anchor. Why she's unique, you get a true sailing experience at super yacht scale with the comfort and service level of a top motor yacht. A small tip, plan itineraries with reliable wind patterns, the Aegean in early summer or late season in Sardinia and Corsica, so you can make the most of the rig while keeping passengers comfortable. If you want help matching a yacht's capabilities to your route and weather window, Elite Rentals creates custom itineraries for every destination. The link is in the description. Budget, $500K and above per week. This tier typically covers 70-90 metre motor yachts and iconic 80+ metre sailing yachts in peak season or more remote destinations. Consider the Maldives between December and March for glass clear water and calm seas, the Seychelles in transition months for empty anchorages, or the Norwegian fjords. In summer, if you want a once-in-a-lifetime expedition feel without extreme conditions. In the Med, expect maximum demand in late June to late August. To secure top berths and the most sought-after toys, we start planning months ahead. A detail worth noticing at this level, some yachts will move between regions for the season. Repositioning is usually included if you charter in their scheduled area, but one-off locations can add delivery fees. We plan around that early. Yacht example, Titania, Lursen, 73 metres. Typical weekly rate is about $565,000 to $650,000 plus expenses depending on season. She sleeps up to 12 guests with 2 master suites and a range of flexible guest cabins. Key features include a large sun deck pool and jacuzzi, a water slide from the upper deck, a beach club style transom for easy water access, and extensive wellness facilities, often including a massage room and a well-equipped gym. The toy list is among the most complete in class, with fast tenders, wave runners, and a wide set of inflatables. Why Titania stands out? The yacht is designed for active families and groups who want to be in the water quickly and often, without sacrificing dining and relaxation spaces. Crew specialization, from water sports instructors to spa therapists, is a major plus at this scale. Now, a few practical notes that apply at any budget: seasonality and weather. The Med is at its best from late May to mid-October. July and August are peak. June and September often deliver better value and easier berthing. The Caribbean runs December to April, with New Year's being the single busiest week. The Bahamas are ideal in winter and spring when water clarity is highest and the breeze is steady. Itinerary design. Shorter hops reduce fuel and maximize time in the water. In Croatia, for example, a split Varvis Korčula loop is excellent for a week. In the Exumas, highborn to Staniel Cay with 2 or 3 stops in between is ideal. Most first-time charterers don't realize that the best days are simple. A quiet morning swim. Toys in the late morning. A relaxed lunch on deck. Then a 90-minute cruise to a new bay. Berths and tenders. Iconic marinas, Saint-Tropez, Capri, Porto Cervo, can be secured with planning. Many guests prefer a mix, 2 or 3 marina nights for dining and shopping, and the rest to anchor for privacy. If you plan to anchor more, prioritize yachts with strong tenders and easy boarding. You might make short trips smoother, especially for families. Food and service. Share likes and dislikes early. Ask for sample menus. The more your chef and chief stewardess know in advance, the better the week flows. From my experience, a simple tip is to schedule a light lunch on your first day while everyone finds their sea legs. Total cost clarity. Remember base rate plus APA and VAT or local taxes. Gratuity is customary in many regions, often 10-15% of the base rate in the Med and Caribbean, always at your discretion.